Good morning. Here's the sweetest sound. I gotta get ASMR. I've gotta wipe down this table. But, whoa. Well, where am I today? All right. That is loud, honey. So, good news. Oh, there's all kinds of good news. Trust me. And you can, too. That's the best part. See what the weather's outside today. What I was gonna say, good news is it's gonna be up in like between the 30s and 40s all the way up to the 50s this week. I haven't felt good for a very long time. I've had problems managing like saline solution and stuff in my body, like it's looking kind of weird, kind of angular, definitely heavy, right? All of my fellow soldier kikis, right? Like the peace warrior people understand where I'm coming from. Let me say I'm barely wearing clothes. But wearing enough clothes I can go outside, right? Oh man, I love it when it's nice out. I actually like it when it's dark out, but today is definitely not dark out. Here's this. I've got like different lights up now. It is a trap. Is it a trap house? Is it a trap house? They thought it was a trap house, not really. Okay, well. So this is what's going on. I'm out here like wearing my favorite tank top bra thing. It must be at least like 35 degrees outside right now. So I'm gonna try to get my running shoes. There's a piece of a mirror that needs to go above my door inside my house to keep all the spooks out. Spookiness, you know what I mean? I'm talking about goblins, right? Otherwise I'll probably just leave that there. But yes, that big piece, that big chunk that's out of there has gotta go above my door. Ugh. So yes, I gotta get my shoes on. If I can't run, I used to run 5 miles, or I used to run at least like 4 miles a day. I have not felt like it, but that's gonna change shortly here. What I was gonna say, I just had a story that I wanted to tell you guys. I know you guys love the stories. I'll leave that open. I won't do the latch right now. Here we are now, here we are now. Kind of a, I guess that's not too long of an introduction today. But what I'm doing is turning my house into a youth group. Because, so you've already seen, like, it's kind of weird. I don't have like if I've been kicked out of like every church I've worked for, it was like fucking after, like they definitely used me for all the resources that I had to offer. And then they were like, okay, now you have to leave now because I'm not meant to be there. Or else I'd be there forever and you know that I would. But so this is what we're doing. I got all my windows in here. I'm going to get like a sign kind of like outside of the cafe in town here or whatever. It says that we're open for like 4 or 5 hours after school every day, right? Yes, I've got all of the windows. I got all the windows. See, check this out for all the little kikis. Another place to go, right? It's not going to cost anything. I'll have my fluffer nutters, have my mats here. Free babysitting. Like I even thought about doing like free babysitting for people like that are on a sliding scale, which so it'd be free, you know what I mean? But it's just like for different people that might need help in town. Like, do you know what I mean? But like honestly, is this like So I guess like if every single church kind of kicked me out, I don't know if it's like really. If they kicked me out, it was kind of like because like you know what I mean. They're like, well, she'll just go to another one, and I did, and I go to another one, and then I teach for a year or two or like whatever. So when I was thinking about this, yeah, like the thing that's missing in my life is working with kids because that was the thing that gave my life the most value, especially after my dad died. Like immediately after, like I didn't have to be in the house like doing 24-hour home care. Like immediately after that, and there was an opportunity to go back to my church and be a youth group co-coordinator. Like seriously, honestly, like maybe like 3 months after I could leave the house and do things, I wanted to start working with kids again, and I would definitely start working with elderly people. I got back into caregiving, like as my job, like when everyone left, because I had like several people just here living with me. I'm gonna get some bunk beds in there. Uh, I'm on the mat. So I guess the story I was going to tell was something that I would do differently. Like that. Do you ever have stories of like when you were little, when your mom and dad like did something and like it's you still reflect on it today? This wasn't like a major thing that like this is kind of funny now because I'm thinking about like when I have the youth group like after church it's gonna be like it's whatever this is like youth group like whatever I'll have to have like flyers and stuff. I have a stacked resume, right? Like my resume is impressive, let's put it that way. It sounds kind of funny, but it's just like when I tried doing the yoga cat thing, people were scared, they didn't like it, and so that they know that I'm not like just some weirdo. I definitely have credentials, so I'm ordained minister and all this stuff. Everybody knows it's not hard to get ordained with the Universal Life Church and things of that nature. I've been a youth pastor for like frickin' what, like 25 years. When I was growing up, I had a friend named Gina, and like she'd come over and she'd play Barbies and Gem. I had Barbies and Gem and Ken, and back then, like the big doll was like Miko, because she was the first one of the first Barbies. She was Hawaiian. She had like hair down to like the middle of her, like past her, almost on her butt, but she had dark hair, and like as you can see, like well, this is colored, but I have dark hair also, like you know what I mean. So Miko was my favorite doll. And the boys would come over and play the Barbies, and I've told this story before. Like every single time, Ken like had to have like a big floppy hat and like fucking sequin mini skirt that like they forced on it and like ripped the fucking back of the skirt on because they were gonna make it fit right. And Ken and Barbie were just like always in style, honey, right? But anyway, one thing that bothered me, and like maybe this is like my not like revenge, not like a vengeful revenge. But like, okay, I told my friend Gina, I think we must have been like 8, and I'm like, we're playing Barbies. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon. We had just gotten up, maybe 4 o'clock, 4:30, because we just got off of school and we were back here by 3:30, and it was like normal for us to do that, right? I'm like, not thinking anything of it. Have you ever had like your parents like overreact at something like pretty simple, like when you were little, and like you still think about it because like you're a sensitive little kiki like myself? I'm like, Gina, I know we just got a box of like Neapolitan ice cream, right? You know, I don't even know if they still make ice cream in boxes like this, but it's like, it's like the box that's like made out of like the cheapest cardboard, and then like you pull the tab and it goes brrrr, and then like there's the ice cream inside. I'm like, Gina, we got ice cream in here. I'm like, my mom will make us an ice cream cone. I know she will. Like, why would she not, right? And she's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm hungry. So I go out there and I'm like, Mom, you know, I'm like, and I promised Gina that we'd get this ice cream cone, all right? Because I didn't think it was a problem. And I'm like, can we have an ice cream cone? And she like fucking went ballistic on me. She's like, no, what makes you think you can have an ice cream cone right now? And she doesn't usually yell at me either. She's like, don't promise your friends that you can have an ice cream cone. She's like, you cannot have an ice cream cone right now. And I'm like, why? Like, because like, why would an ice cream cone like ruin my dinner for eating at like 7 o'clock or something, or 8 o'clock, like because like dad farmed or whatever. So it's like 8 or 9 o'clock is like when I'm used to eating my dinner when I'm like 8 years old, right? And fucking, she made me cry, and then I had to go tell Gina. I'm like, I don't know why, but she won't let us have an ice cream cone. I'm like, I'm really sorry I lied to you and that I made you a promise that we're gonna have an ice cream cone today. So from that day forward, I swore up and down that like if it ever happened that like I ever had kids or any kids ever came over after school or like anything like that, if it was like 4:30 in the afternoon and they wanted an ice cream cone, like I would do my very best to like make sure that they got an ice cream cone promptly. Cause like why? Like we had ice cream, we had cones. So I would do that differently if I were a parent. Doses.